Entertainment World Soldier here, and I am back to talk about Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 13, and my thoughts on this episode. Now, I'll start off with non-spoilers. There were parts of this episode I actually liked. I'm not gonna lie. The story between Saru and the kid, I actually liked. And I believe if this had been just a middle story of Saru and this kid getting to know each other and Saru trying to connect with this kid, this might have actually been a great episode. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I thought the story, and there's a spoiler, no I won't go into it, but I thought why the burn happened, or at least why the kid got angry, was an actual good part of the story. Now I don't agree with any of the reasons for the burn happening, because again, that's what destroys this story for me, is that this kid is the cause of the burn, and that takes so much from the story. Like, it was a wholesome fucking story and it had a good ending and I liked that, but to have it be the fucking cause of this major fucking incident was stupid and ruins the fucking episode. And they try so much in this episode to explain how a child can cause this burn. And I'm going to say this right now. I don't give a shit. You can explain all fucking day, but it's still not good enough for me for that to have caused the burn. A kid getting angry over something and destroying all that dilithium, no. And just makes this episode dumb, and just makes this entire series and season look stupid. This would have been a great episode if you take the burn aspect out and just had it been a story about Saru connecting to one of his people. But you didn't. You had to go down this stupid road of having it be the reason for the burn, and I just cannot, and I can't just excuse that. I'm sorry. You fucked this episode right up with that. And the acting from Saru, the actor who plays Saru, weren't fucking bad. And the kid, yeah, it was sometimes overacting, but again, not fucking bad. Michael Burnham, shit. I'm sorry. There's a fucking scene in this, and this might be a little bit of a spoiler, where she has to pretend she's dying or being choked. I fucking couldn't stop laughing because the sounds she was making, fucking hell, it was fucking hilarious. That's her being choked, is it? Jesus Christ. Listen, the actress playing Michael, I don't know how she got in. I don't know how she got the role. I really don't. Because she overacts sometimes and underacts in other sort of situations. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I'll get to that scene when I get into like the full spoiler part of this review, but it was stupid. The sound she was making, that's not what a person makes when they're fucking being choked, for God's sake. And then we got the camera shit at the beginning, like twisting and turning, and okay, I get it. You're in a battle, and you're trying to fucking make it like suspenseful and shit. Okay, enough with the fucking twist in the camera, because it's not great to watch. Okay, it's bloody stupid. Oh, and there was the second part, not second part. The second story in this episode, I could have done without it. Again, it was pointless, and to get rid of your main bad guy that way, okay, fine. You should have just concentrated on the kid. That's what these episodes should have been, and that's what I'm saying here. if you had just concentrated on a kid and just made this a two-parter about this kid, it would have been 2 good episodes. Not going to say fantastic, but they would have been good episodes. Connecting it to the burn and then putting this side story in takes so much away from the story of Saru and his kid. And that's your fault, Discovery writers. You tried to cram so much in this one episode. And it just takes so much away. And I mean, I just watched, before I watched Discovery, I watched The Expanse. And Jesus, that is a great fucking series. Which every part of the story makes sense. And sometimes it can connect to each other. And that's what you should be doing. In Discovery, they just tell all these stories and just don't connect them, or connect them in shit ways. And how this series is getting another series on top of this, I have no idea. Because the writing is terrible, the acting is terrible, and the fucking show needs to be cancelled. But that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, well, that's your problem. And the prediction I made throughout this fucking series, or at least this season, has come true. I said that this person would be promoted. You know what? It's going to be a spoiler. If you don't want to hear spoilers, Michael Burnham becomes captain. I've fucking been saying this from fucking episode 2. Michael Burnham was going to become captain eventually. Why the hell the writers didn't just put her as captain at the beginning makes no sense to me. It was a waste of time to just keep saying that Michael's not going to be captain yet, Michael's not going to be captain yet. And then at the end of this episode, hey, Michael, do you want to be captain? Because I also said this. I said Saru would either die or he would leave the Federation. Guess what? He left the fucking Federation. I said this would happen. And I said it would be stupid. Because Michael had a shot at the chair in episode 3 when Saru was literally handing it to her on a fucking plate. So you're wasting our time, writers, to have this whole bullshit scene at the end with Michael accepting, oh my god, and the excuses and the fucking shit I've been saying about the uniforms. The fact that Discovery has not changed their uniforms. They've changed their uniforms now. Their uniforms has finally become like the rest of fucking Starfleet. Okay, why now? So Michael's in charge now, so let's reorganize everything and make sure we're exactly like everybody else in the Federation. So why not fucking episode 5 when you met back up with the Federation? Or 6 or whatever. Why is it taking this long? You get the badges from them, but you don't get the uniforms until now. I'm sorry, it was stupid to have it take this much time for that fucking to happen. I'm sorry, but this show is just stupid. And I just cannot believe it's getting another season. Well, it's going to definitely get one now with Michael being the fucking captain. But anyway, let's get into the... Well, I've already done spoilers, but let's get into the review, the episode, full spoilers now. So the episode starts off with the entire fucking Federation fleet firing on the Discovery. And the Admiral mentioning Voyager, because all the ships in the fleet, the only ship that gets mentioned by the Admiral is Voyager. I don't understand why Voyager is like the only ship that gets mentioned in this series of Star Trek. Okay, it had a woman captain once. Does that matter? Why can't we hear like the other ships like Enterprise or Defiant or Reliant or all the fucking others you could mention? No, it's got to be Voyager. There's even a fucking little Voyager. Anyway, So the Admiral's telling all the Federation ships to target Discovery and destroy it. You have the guy from Section 31 next to him fucking saying, should we destroy Discovery? And the Admiral's pretty much telling him, yes, we have to destroy Discovery because it has the fucking not hyperdrive, FTL drive or spore drive, and they can't let the Emerald Chain get it. Now, a problem with this scene, other than the camera shit they were doing, because if you've watched this episode, it was going all over the place, the camera, and it was stupid. I know you're trying to put suspense on this scene, but cut that shit out. Okay, you can do enough suspense with the camera just going around, not spinning around, for God's sake. Anyway, my problem with this scene, other than that, is how the fuck can Discovery take that much damage? Even with a refit. Even with new shields. There's no fucking way. That should have destroyed Discovery when the first 12 ships hit it with torpedoes. Or at least damaged the fucking ship. You've also got the Emerald Chain ship outside shooting in. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's trying to weaken the shields. Okay, but I mean, nobody's dealing with that ship. It's weakening the shields. Let's just let the Emerald Chain ship do what it likes. Because it's so fucking annoying when they do this shit. When they make up a battle, they write this battle and they try to make it look cool, and it just looks stupid. And then when you look at what every ship's doing, you're just wondering, why isn't that ship doing that? Why isn't this ship doing that? I was just wondering, like, why is no ship going out to fight the Emerald Chain's main ship? Oh dear. And still, I still don't understand how the Discovery can take that much fire and not be damaged. Yeah, you were seeing some explosions on the bridge with the Emerald Chain bitch, but I don't know, it should have been getting way more damage for me. But the Emerald Chain, the Admiral then gets like Stamets coming in, begging him not to destroy Discovery because, you know, he needs to save his husband. Understandable. And the Admiral actually does something good. He's like, no, Stamets, I can't let the Discovery go away. That technology is very valuable. And if we let the Emerald Chain get it, then they're going to pretty much rule the fucking galaxy. So, and then the Admiral forces Stamets out. Right move, Admiral. Right fucking move. That ship is way too important to let go. But unfortunately, when the Emerald Chain apparently start releasing some sort of gas or something that's going to blow up everybody, Michael gets brought to the bridge by bad guy from episode 2, and she then starts to tell the Emerald Chain, you're not going to get away if you surrender, bullshit. She doesn't. Then she pretty much makes a plan that's going to blow up everybody, but then Michael manages to convince her that she can get, if you let her talk to the Admiral, he will let them all go. So the Emerald Chain says that she's already tried to work with Starfleet, and they've denied that, and they've refused to work with the Emerald Chain. So Michael says, listen, let me talk to the Admiral. I can get him to let us go. I just need to talk to him. So the Emerald Chain bitch opens a channel to the Admiral, and Michael pretty much convinces the Admiral to let them go. By the way, the Vulcans have also come to help Starfleet. Only ones, by the way. I genuinely thought every member of the Federation was going to pop out of fucking everywhere. But it was only the Navarans, I think that's what they're called. They came to help, and I don't understand why the Admiral didn't fucking ask the Navarans to attack the Emerald Chain's main ship, but fuck it. Anyway, about Michael convincing the Admiral. Michael tells the Admiral, listen, leave it up to me, I'll take back the ship. And if you can't destroy the ship, blah, 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 blah. So the Admiral agrees, all the Federation ships stop firing, and let the ship go. What the fuck? I don't fucking care how good Michael is. That ship is way too important to lose. It's stupid. So the Admiral does another stupid thing. There you go. He lets them leave, and so the Discovery warps away with the Emerald Chain's main ship, and the Starfleet and Navarans follow behind. By the way, in this episode, the Emerald Chain's main ship has enough room to put Discovery inside their ship. Why didn't you do that at the beginning? Why are you going with two ships when you could have Discovery in the main ship in a much more powerful ship? Would kind of make sense to do that if Starfleet or someone does something on the ship to, I don't know, pull you out of warp. Fucking hell. I can pick holes in this story, but let's get on with it. So on the bridge, so they go down to the med bay. Oh no, hold on. We got to go back to, again, it was stupid that they concentrated so much on this part of the story. They should have just concentrated on Saru and the kid. Anyway, so Saru is talking to the kid about, his life, trying to convince him that Saru is a real person, and he then offers to help this kid cook a meal that's from both their planet. And I thought it was a touching scene. Again, all the scenes with Saru were actually pretty good when he's trying to connect with the child. I didn't like the monster that keeps running about, because I knew from the first minute I saw it again that it's obviously not going to be a bad guy. It's probably going to be some sort of good thing that's leading the kid to what he doesn't want to do. But there you go. Anyway, you get that scene with Saru and the kid. He's trying to convince the kid to tell him where the bridge is, to tell him to turn off the program, because they need to do that to survive, basically. Oh yeah, I missed a scene when Cal comes back to give them all medication to help make them survive the radiation. They're happy the doctor's happy to see her, and she's also changed races because they're in this program. And at this same moment, we get Tao comes back, and Tao's shocked that everybody can see her. The doctor's so happy to see him, and again, it was just something in this episode you just didn't need to put in yet. You could have had your own episode to do that with. Again, I've said this a lot. I've said, you give this actor more time, if you give this actor a story, this actor should have been Cal, not Tao. Again, it's stupid. There's too much in this fucking episode. It should have just been focused on one thing, but fuck it. So they can see Cal. Cal's fucking happy that everybody can see him, and that's what he's been missing in his life. Because apparently, Cal being the only person to see Tao is depressing. Well, no shit, you are dead. And in this episode, they also mention that they're going to try to save him and make sure people can see him. He's dead. Him being back is stupid. Trying to make everybody else see this person, it was dumb. It was fucking stupid. Anyway, back on Discovery, we're in the med bay where they're torturing Brooke to get the information about where the dilithium planet is, so the Emerald Chain can rule the entire galaxy. Now, my problem with this is, you have the fucking spore drive. The spore drive makes the fucking dilithium worthless. If you fucking get that spore drive technology, then you pretty much control the fucking galaxy. I don't understand why in this fucking episode, in this entire series, they're trying to make dilithium important when the spore drive system cancels it out. It's fucking stupid. The spore drive technology is fucking better. Anyway, they're torturing Brooke to get the information, and they're trying to get Michael also to tell them the information. And there's this scene between the scientists and the Emerald Chain bitch, and I'm pissed about it, okay? So you're telling me, Science Guy, you have been with this woman for so long, and this is the first time you've seen her be evil. Get the fuck out of here. You must have seen this before. I am not going to believe that this is the first time you are seeing this side of her. I mean, it's stupid. You could have had a scene where this guy is literally like, I'm held hostage, they have my family, that's why I have to work with the Emerald Chain. Or have him being an evil prick. You cannot have him be this good guy who's just working for the Emerald Chain because he knows no better. Fuck off. Okay? This guy must have seen bad shit before. He must have heard bad shit before. How he can be surprised by all this is stupid. And bad writing. Fucking hell. Anyway, he refuses to help the Emerald Chain bitch torture Brooke. So she chokes him out and pretty much tells him, I only saved you because you were worth a lot to me and your family. And when you wake up, remember that. Because she chokes him and he pretty much faints. Anyway, so they keep torturing Brooke. And Michael's pretty much saying fuck you, but we get this one stupid fucking speech from her, which is, well, bad guy from episode 2 says this is a no-win scenario, and Michael fucking says, I don't believe in no-win scenarios. That's fucking Kirk. Stop fucking nicking from better characters, Discovery writers. She don't fucking get that. That is a Kirk thing. Stop that fucking bullshit, Discovery writers. She says it, it's like, no, you do not get to say that, Michael. That is Kirk's. Go fuck yourself. Unfucking believable. They're ruining Spock and now stealing from Kirk. I mean, fuck off. Anyway, so in another scene, we see the crew fighting on wherever on the ship with the robots that are apparently with the computer that's apparently the bad guy from the season 2. Okay, using the dual wielding shit with the 2 pistols. Again, stupid. In real life, using 2 pistols is dumb. Use 1 is more effective. But fuck it. Anyway, so they're fighting down the corridors, and then the Emerald Chain decides at this moment to take the air away. To cut off life support. Why just now? You've had ample opportunity to fucking do it. Why not just cut? You're losing men, and you only just now decide to cut fucking life support to that area. By the way, when they cut life support to that area, they don't just cut it, they do it in the slowest stupid way possible. Fucking hell, can this show just be good a little? A little. Saru stuff okay, but the rest of the guys could do with better episodes. Oh, and one of them, when they start hearing the oxygen being sucked out of the fucking area. I know someone's going to say, obviously they might not know what this is, but come on. You've worked on the Federation ship for how many years? You must have been trained to deal with a scenario when life support gets taken away. You must have. How can you not know what that is? Fuck it. I mean, I've been in the military. You get taught fucking shit. Okay, shit that should never happen, but they train you for it anyway. How this anyway? So the oxygen starts getting took away from from that part of the ship to pretty much kill the crew, but torture them also because that's the Emerald Chain is going to use that to get Michael Burnham to work with them. I mean, it's not enough to torture fucking Brooks. And yes, I know I've said why is it taking so long for the life support to be taken out of the room, but in the next scene I'm pretty much going to say the same thing because Michael then goes up to Brooke. They allow Michael to talk to Brooke, And as soon as she does that, she turns on a shield, the very fucking useful shield, apparently, and kills the two people next to her. Now, I hate this whole fucking trope of guards standing so close to the, hero. You do not do that in real life. You would never stand that close to a fucking person because he or she would have enough distance between you to grab the weapon out of your hand. You stay fit away from them so that if they try to grab the weapon, you can just shoot. I hate this fucking trope in films and shows. Nobody stands that close to a fucking enemy target. Anyway, yeah, she grabs the weapon, shoots them both. They have a shield. The shield's on, so when the guards try to shoot at her, it does nothing. But apparently, this shield is so big that it's able to cover a escape route for Michael and Brooke. Okay, so that shield makes no sense. So it's a shield that's big enough to cover the bed and also an escape route. Fuck off. Anyway, so Michael and Brooke escape, and when I said it takes so long for the air to be sucked out, as soon as Michael's gone, why not cutting all fucking power to life support in that deck with all the crewmen who are attacking your people? There's no reason for them to live if Michael's fucking gone. Anyway, so Michael and Brooks head off and start to make a plan. Michael then signals to her crew, or Tilly, and tells her to pretty much destroy the warp nacelle to get the ship out of warp. And by the way, when I said why not put this ship in the other ship, that would have pretty much stopped that from working. But that's just bad writing. That's what it is, bad writing. You didn't have to have that scene with the ship. Anyway, I'll get to that. So she says this in code, so the fucking Emerald Chain doesn't know what she's planning. And then the next scene, we go back to Saru and the kid talking to each other. Again, it was just the same old thing. Saru's trying to convince the kid to go into the bad room, and he's starting to get through to him. But also in the next scene, the Doctor, Cal, and Tao are looking around. They see this exit. Well, it's not really an exit. It's a I don't know what it's called. It's a blue thing. And then Tao decides to go through it to see what's happening outside. So he does. He heads for that blue stuff, goes through it, sees that they're on this planet, and then you see the outside of the ship. They say this ship's a Federation ship, but I don't recognise the model. It doesn't look Federation, but okay, fair enough. And comes back and tells them what he saw, and then that scene ends. I really wasn't concentrating. Again, you didn't need this storyline. Fuck it. So we go back to Discovery, where Brooks and Michael are shooting a shitload of people, running down corridors. They get to an elevator. Michael manages to hack it, opening the door. Now this, I could not believe. Because when you see the elevator stuff on Discovery, did Discovery get like a massive overhaul or something? Because that's your fucking elevator. That's how much space you have for elevators in Discovery. We have galaxy class starships that would never have that much space. And you're telling me Discovery has that much space in it? That's insane. When you see that scene, the elevator scene, it looks ridiculous. With that amount of space on Discovery, the Discovery should be a million times bigger than it is to be able to have that much space inside it. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Anyway, so Michael tries to activate the elevator, but it's stuck, so she climbs out of the elevator. When the Emerald Chain open the doors, Michael shoots the first one and then jumps onto another lift to head to her to head wherever she's heading. The main computer, I think. And then Brooks is captured by the Emerald Chain, but the elevator then moves. I don't think you see that scene, but yeah, apparently it moves because in the next scene you see Brooks fighting with the Emerald Chain and the bad guy from episode 2. And I'm just going to get through this quickly. They're having a fight. Brooks manages to knock the Emerald Chain guard out and then kicks out the bad guy number 2. But before that, he says something about Michael, and then Brooks says Michael is the Queen. Okay. I don't know, has he been calling Michael that for a long time? Anyway, so bad guy number 2 dies. We then go back to the planet where Saru starting to helps the kid go to the door that he's afraid of. The monster's also there. Oh, I've missed a scene. The kid gets scared. He runs off to find the elder, but the elder's gone. Saru manages to talk to him and convinces the kid to go to the bad door. He gets to the bad door. He's afraid, but he manages to overcome his fear and goes through the bad door. When you get through the bad door, you've got Saru trying to calm him down and help him, get through this experience. But at the same time, you get Tao going crazy again. Like, nobody's gonna be able to see me again. I'm afraid of that. It's like, okay, Tao, we got bigger problems than you, mate. Okay, we're trying to get this kid to stop the program so we all don't die. I know you're afraid that nobody's gonna see you again, but could we see the bigger fucking picture here? Again, too much in this episode. That scene should have been cut. Anyway, back to Discovery. Michael gets to the main computer where the Emerald Chain bitch says, I knew you were going to come here, so why do you only come with 2 guys? Michael kills the 2 guys. They have this little fight. Blah, 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 blah. Whilst in this fight, at the same time, you have the crew, Tilly and the other people, which, by the way, Deadman's PTSD has disappeared fucking fast, don't you think? Which pisses me off. Again, PTSD is a fucking serious thing. It doesn't just fucking leave you like that. How she has just gotten over that in that amount of time does piss me off. That is a serious fucking condition that you don't just get over. But she's apparently got over it. Fucking pissed out. That does piss me off. Anyway, so the crew is pretty much dead at this moment. Well, not dead, but they're pretty much breathless. There's not enough air. So the woman who sits next to Denma, she apparently grew up on this planet where there's not that much oxygen, so her body can cope with this sort of atmosphere. And Tilly, for her credit, I will give her credit for this, tells the woman, listen, I don't fucking know the woman's name, alright? They don't spend enough time with the other members of this fucking crew. I know Deadmore and Tilly, that's all, because, again, this show is too focused on one fucking character, Michael. Anyway, Tilly tells the crew woman to go and destroy the cell on her own because the group is slowing her down. And I thought, Tilly, smart decision. You're seeing what needs to be done and you're allowing it to happen. Well, you're trying to get it to happen. Respecting that. Okay, that shows leadership when you give up your life to complete the mission. I mean, we all knew Tilly was not going to fucking die, but again, I can respect that. So she goes on ahead to plant the bomb. We go back to the fight with Michael and the Emerald Chain bitch. And then we get this whole stupid scene with Michael getting choked. And when I said before about the bad acting, when the Emerald Chain bitch is pushing her into that blue stuff, and she's making all those choking sounds, I could not stop laughing. I really couldn't. I was just like, my God, this is called acting. Yeah, that's what it was sounding like. don't kill me. Fucking hell, it pissed me off. Okay, just like, get better actors. Anyway, at the same time, the crew woman who got to the who losing air, puts the bomb in the nacelles, and then pretty much collapses because there's not enough air left and her body can't take anymore. But she gets saved by the robot that's been helping them, or the computer that's been helping them, pulls her out, and then the bomb goes off and the Discovery gets pulled out of warp. Now at this moment I'm thinking, okay, so the fleet following them, this is the best chance they're going to have to retake Discovery and fight off the Emerald Chain's main ship, and then beam in, I don't know, Starfleet commandos, I don't fucking know. But no, the ship comes out of warp and that's it. The fleet just stop. They're never mentioned again. Well, not until Burnham mentions them, but it made no sense why the fleet didn't surround the Discovery. I mean, they're out of warp. You've been following them. Where are you? Anyway, whilst Michael was pushed into that blue stuff, she apparently had a phaser on her, shoots the Emerald Chain woman, bitch, and kills her. And then that's the end of her. Michael then changes shit around in the room, and then manages to restart Discovery's main computer, and then takes full control of Discovery, beams off all the Emerald Chain's goons, and then takes full control of Discovery. By the way, doesn't fucking activate the air for the crew. Doesn't say anything about that. I know someone's going to say restarting the ship automatically puts the air back into that fucking room. Fuck off. I need Michael to say it. For the fucking storyline, alright? Just to have it happen is dumb. Anyway. You just need to say some things, Discovery. I'm not asking to be spoon-fed, but there's sometimes you need Michael to say shit. Like, restore air to the room where my crew is. Fucking hell. So, they take full control of the ship. Everybody gets back to the fucking bridge. And then Michael tries to put Tilly in as captain again. But Tilly does the obvious thing and says, Michael, you take it. I'll make it in order if I have to. Blah, blah, blah. So Michael says, we need to get out of here. And then from nowhere, we get this stupid scene where the science person from the Emerald Chain says that Brooks can also use the mycelial network to activate the FTL drive. So he can do it as well, can he? So anybody can use that stupid system. So Stamets going through all the shit he's gone through, and Brooks can just do it like that. Okay. Apparently, yeah, he can talk to creatures, and the mycelial network works on all those little creatures. Okay, fine. But really, you have only now fucking figured that out? Not like episodes ago? Jesus. Anyway, so they pretty much beam him to the fucking spore drive system. Michael's plan is to detonate the warp core in the ship and then have Brooks jump them out. When she releases the warp core, now this bit confuses me. When releasing the warp core hits shit. Okay, so you've just destabilized this warp core and it's hitting shit on its way out of the fucking ship. Wouldn't that just make it blow up faster? Like, who would design something that's supposed to drop out of a fucking Federation ship cleanly to bash things on the way out? It was dumb. We've seen this shit before in Voyager when they lost their fucking warp core. It comes out pretty fucking okay, but in Discovery it comes out all fucking stupid. Dumb. And then you have the stupid scene where the fucking warp core blows up, and then we don't know if Discovery survived the bomb. Fuck off. Oh yeah, Michael does also bring up the fact the fleet is at a safe distance. I mean, yeah, that would have made sense, Michael, if you had been surrounded by the fucking Federation fleet and you sent them a signal to get back. But it doesn't make sense why we didn't see the fleet surround the Admiral chain ships. I mean, fuck off. Anyway, we go back to the fucking planet where Saru's talking to the kid, and the kid then turns off. He goes to the fucking computer, he puts his hand on it, and he deactivates the hologram program. And in this scene, which I think is pretty good, you see what happened to him as a child. He saw his mum die. And it's a very emotional moment that I liked, because it showed some heart. And I do like the relationship between him and Saru. But you cannot fucking say that caused the fucking burn. That is stupid and ruins this fucking episode. Because what caused the fucking burn again was him losing his mother and him screaming, and apparently he's connected to this planet, that this planet is also connected to every fucking bit of dilithium around the fucking galaxy. So this kid's a fucking god, basically. It was stupid, and it takes so much from this episode. So you see his mother die, and you see Saru trying to comfort him and say, you lost your mother, and that was a terrible thing, and you need to face up to that. And he does face up to that, which was a good scene. And then you get Saru and the kid connecting with each other, because he finally sees that Saru is one of his people. And again, good scene. You then get Saru asking where Discovery is and trying to contact them. They can't get any reading. The doctor then tries. Again, nobody's answering. And then from nowhere you hear Michael on the fucking... well, you hear Michael say, we're going to beam you out and you'll be alright and blah 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 blah. So they get rescued, and then it all ends there. Well, the episode doesn't end there, then that whole situation ends. The next scene is pretty much just explaining what happened after saving Saru and the kid and the group. Oh yeah, Taub just disappears. And the doctor says before he goes, we'll find a way to make sure everybody can see you one day. And again, he's dead. I don't understand how that could happen, but fuck it. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. So we get through all this shit about Michael explaining what's happened since. Saru has decided to stay with the kid and help him get through life, basically, because he hasn't had anybody and he's lived on his own most of his life. So Saru's going to leave Starfleet to look after this kid. Again, you could have done this in the middle of the season to give Michael the fucking captaincy. That would have been a great episode if you just had Saru reconnecting with one of his people and have it in the middle of the season to keep people hooked, and give Michael a few episodes of being captain. I know what you're trying to do, Discovery, to try and make us stay watching this series by putting Michael as captain, but it's not going to help. I don't think a lot of people are going to be returning to this show. I mean, I hope I'm not, but fuck it. Who knows what's going to happen in the future. Anyway, so Michael's explaining what Saru's doing, and when she said that, we all knew what that meant. She's going to be captain now. When she's going over to speak to the Admiral, we bump into the guy from the first episode, who was the guy who gave up his entire life to be on that Federation radio station, and he's now been accepted into Starfleet, and he's so happy. And okay, a good callback, and great to see the guy didn't waste his entire life, but you know, okay, whatever. You then get Michael talking to the Admiral, and the Admiral pretty much telling her, listen, Saru's not coming back, Discovery needs a captain, I want it to be you. And then he explains this dumb story about his kid, and saying they're doing things the right way and then there's doing things her way. Because apparently her kid doesn't use numbers to do math, she uses pictures. Which I would consider that to be harder than using numbers. Why using picture? Anyway. Yeah, it was just to have that fucking line of, you can do things the right way, or you can do things her way. Anyway. So, he offers the captaincy to Michael, and Michael does the dumbest fucking thing again, and tries to refuse it. But you've done it too much, Michael, so the writers are pretty much going to make you take that chair. Make you take that chair. Fuck off. So she finally accepts being the captain. We also get a fucking scene where it turns out the Vulcans and the another race of people are rejoining Starfleet, and they're trying to rebuild the Federation. They also again mention dilithium, because the Admiral wants Michael to take Discovery and take a ship to the dilithium planet to take more dilithium, so their fleet will be able to go to warp. Again, you have the spore drive. You don't need to mine for dilithium. The spore drive is better. So why are you bothering with dilithium? If you have the spore drive on all of your ships, again, that spore drive is dumb. Because it just makes dilithium pointless. Anyway, that's the mission. They're going to mine dilithium, and they want Michael to take that dilithium to a planet that's thinking about rejoining the Federation. So Michael accepts being captain. We get this whole scene of her getting her uniform, and everybody's fucking changed their uniform because it's taken them this long to change their fucking uniform. I don't understand why. They did it anyway. And then you just get the whole fucking scene with the Discovery going into warp, and then the episode ends. I can't... This show is stupid. Its writing is stupid, its acting is stupid. How this show has continued for this long is a miracle. And trying to keep us on the hook by saying Michael's captain now, so you better watch next season, is not enough of a hook, because she's been fucking captain for this entire season. Just because Saru was the real captain, she's been in charge for most of this fucking show. And this is just stupid to me. You should have made Michael captain in the fucking third episode, or the second episode where you try to make her the fucking captain. You've taken this long to get to this point, and it's just dumb. And that's it. That's my review done. If you like this review, give it a like. If you dislike this review, give it a dislike. And if you want to comment below, do comment below.